let's forget about the fact that they play for Barcelona and they play for the other one plays for Real Madrid. In football, at this point, who is the bigger player, Raphinha or Vinicius Jr.?
Bigger player?
Yes.
Bigger
Like
as in, like,
famous?
taller or?
Oh, stop it.
I know that's where you go because of your height. You always want to find a way to trick in your height. But I'm just telling you, in terms of, okay, let's say we're judging
Do you mean who's the biggest name?
legendary players right now.
Oh,
Yeah?
for sure, Vinny.
Vinny, right?
Yeah, but if we're talking about this season,
No,
and
no,
who's
no,
in
of
form-
course, no, we cannot.
No, but we
compare
have to because we are in this season.
No. I understand. I was just trying to say.
Vinny is obviously.
I was just trying to say, in terms of all right.
But
like,
I think the question becomes.
Yeah.
After Neymar and his injuries, everyone thought Vinicius Jr. was going to take over that star boy role at Brazil.
Yeah.
And they went through a period of where it wasn't really anyone. You know, there was a moment, could be Felipe Coutinho, even Bruno Guimaraes. For a hot second, someone thought it was Richarlison, and it was not. But it was always Vinny. All eyes were on Vinny. And now, Raphinha is kind of stepping into the spotlight. Early days, for sure.
Yeah.
But with the way he's playing this season, not only for Barca, but he's gone over to Brazil, and he's already scored for them. Now they're going to be in Brazil tonight in Salvador, taking on Uruguay, which Alex, as we know, is a very difficult team. All eyes are on Raphinha.
I think, you look at that team, there are stars in it. Raphinha, I'm excited. I'm hoping to see a little bit more of Esteval, the new Chelsea lad, more from a biased point of view. But I think when you look at that Brazil team, it's star-studded. I had the pleasure of seeing them in Madrid when they played Spain in that friendly. And you think they keep making substitutions and they keep bringing on brilliant players. And, Lucas Paquetá, some players that most teams will have in their starting 11, but these guys are coming off the bench. So it's for Brazil, it's one of those things when you draw against Venezuela, it kind of feels similar to that case with Ghana. They've got so much talent. They should be beating these teams. But there's some problems with that Brazil team, and some solutions need to be found before they can start, I think, considering themselves as a favourite for the next World Cup.
I mean, listen, they didn't even make the finals of the Copa America, right? Like, this has been ongoing for Brazil for several years now. I mean, we'll never forget 2014. I don't think anyone will forget that. But this is a team, this is arguably the nation of football. I think when you think of football, you think of Brazil because of the way they pump out talent. And the talent is also some of the best ever. From Pelé to Ronaldo to Ronaldinho to, there's so many players that come from this team. And there's still, like you said, there are still so many talent Brazilians. But what is going on that this team right now are sitting fourth in Copa America, World Cup qualifiers in CONMEBOL? What is going on? I mean, they've had coaches in and out, but there's just something not clicking with this team. And it almost doesn't make sense because when you look at the players performing for their club, they're fantastic.
This is where you speak.
Oh, sorry. Oh, no. No. But I thought you were. It was.
Sorry. No. What do you just your feeling on Brazil? What's your sentiment regarding this team right now?
No, I feel like Brazil is exactly the same thing that we could also mention for some of the African teams, like Nigeria, like mine. They have all these players, and it's almost like they still, you don't get the desired result. Obviously, you have people like Raphinha obviously stepping up and coming to take charge. But is that same thing I was saying with regards to African or West African football? Get the ones who are tasty for that sport. Let them show you why they deserve to be there. Okay? Forget about the big names. Okay, these people already made their names, and at this point, there's nothing to prove, right? So that's the reason why they come on the pitch, and they're literally just there lousing around, and they're not giving you the desired result. And you're like, wait, what is going on with the team? No, there's nothing going on with the team. The problem there is the fact that there are people who are hungry that are not given the opportunity, and the ones who are given the opportunity are people who are trying to save something bigger because they know that I need to go back to somewhere where my name is pretty much crazy loud, and that's where I need to show who I am. I mean, you've just mentioned Raphinha. Prior to Raphinha shining, who was the player that was playing in Raphinha's position?
In Brazil?
Yeah.
On the left side? Lucas Paquetá? No, he would have been dropped back a bit.
I mean, before Raphinha, you had... Are you talking like literally just before or like in the last sort of 5
minutes? Just say.
You've had like Coutinho, Firmino, these are some players, yes, Vinicius is
It's been
on the
ages though
left-hand
since
side.
Firmino's been there.
I think Paquetá, yes, is probably one of the more immediate ones.
Yeah.
Bruno Guimaraes is a bit further back, but I think, yeah, probably Firmino or Coutinho.
Oh, my goodness, Rodrigo.
Well, he's more on the right, isn't he? Or
He's
wing.
played on the left for them as
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
though.
really? I mean, yeah, because Rodrigo is quite versatile.
He's more
Yeah.
on the wing.
Yeah, he does.
But I think the main 10s, Firmino and Philippe Coutinho, have been playing in and around that role.
Right. Oh man, that's another person whose career.
There's certain players that you hear and you just get irritated because
I feel like even asking our fans, like, which players do you think you expected to live to some certain level of in football?
To be honest, I think a player that doesn't get enough credit, he does get the credit, but isn't held in the same, I think, the same echelons as the top quality players is Roberto Firmino. I think he's arguably technical wise, he's one of the best players to ever play in the Premier League. The skill on the ball, the way he could just manoeuvre in and out, his passing, his vision. He was a joy to watch, and missed
Gone too
Liverpool.
soon.
That Liverpool team, him, Sadio Mane, yes, Philippe Coutinho was, he was before, Luis Suarez. That team that Liverpool had, it was those years with Jurgen Klopp, and then that year with Brendan Rodgers, just so much exciting football. And I think Firmino, coming from Hoffenheim, coming to the Premier League, he's one of those gems that I think doesn't get the plaudits that he deserves.